I know midday meal is a big scam in urban India, but in rural India, where you belong to the same community, you're actually taking away that meal from the child's mouth. And this is what is happening, and that's a big systemic failure. And it's a systemic failure because the citizens have failed the country. More than the politicians, more than the bureaucrats, the citizens are the people who have failed the country. So having said this, I'll flag off and I'll ask Mr. Karthikeyan to kind of, share his views on this entire topic, and then we'll open the panel to this.
I have not known much about this organization. So when I was told that to receive an award from here, many people raised eyebrows. Do you want to go, not known, and things like that? I said, I'm told it's a group of NGOs, people who are dedicated really to do some good to the nation. And some media friends also told me this. So yesterday I came because I was myself chairing a meeting in the Habitat Center, but to honor the organization, I came in for 15 minutes. I received the award, went away. Then I met some people last evening, and morning I have been here. And I met some of the youngsters, and in fact with few of you here. I was really touched by the enormous commitment and energy of the very few people who are making really a sort of a professional arrangements. The whole thing has been done very seriously. They are not disheartened by the lack of crowd. That's because they are so self-motivated. They have come with a cause. I am so convinced about the whole thing. I did not know anything about it excepting one media. And then I was telling them where I was presiding, I said, if I don't go, it will be dishonoring an organization. I said, why do you bother now? People lobby for all these things, higher positions. You know what's happening in the world. And here is a group of NGOs, they are saying something, you must respect it. So anyway, I compliment your work. I can see the energy and the commitment with which I've been watching. I've spent over 50 years in the government service and in the legal profession. So I can say that this is a group of very honorable people. May not have many resources, may not have a huge following, but you have got a commitment. Every organization begins to start like this only, but ultimately what keeps them going is their total commitment to the cause which they have taken. So righting every wrong is a very beautiful, possible because of corruption in the system. Basically, I had a very high-level meeting a couple of years back. They said, how do you deal with Knoxville? Why we are not succeeding? I won't mention the names of the highest personalities in the government. They said thousands of crores of taxpayers' money are rotting to relieve. Why we should continue to face so many problems? In fact, the problems are increasing. See the Transparency International's corruption index. It's a matter of shame for us. Great regret and shame, both of us. Still, millions of children are not able to go to school, and those going to school also are not getting proper education. Malnutrition. Some of the reports say even some of the African countries, their level of nutrition is better than what we find in some parts of our country. And the children are born with low birth weight. 1/3 of the children, I am told, may not be, maybe an exaggerated figure. That means thousands of children are born even today with low birth weight, which means, their capacity of the brain is much less than that of a normal child. So they have lost the capacity to understand things, to learn things. So these children, when they become adults, instead of becoming assets to the society, they will become liabilities, burdens to the family, to the society, and to the whole nation. And militancy also. I always say that you have taken the position in the media, even the television. Part of the reason for militancy to grow, particularly the extremism, is economic injustice, social and economic injustice. And for a starving man, you go and preach morals and religion, nobody is going to listen. As Jesus said, as Mahatma Gandhi said, for the starving person, God comes in the form of bread. If you are going to deny him, it's a failure of the governance in the country. There's no doubt about it. Responsible. Failure of governance, when I say, is a failure of the delivery system. Taxes are being collected. In spite of the fact half the taxes are evaded, still huge amounts are being collected. If this money has been spent properly, there can be no poverty in this country. is all eaten away by the people, by the corrupt bureaucrats and so-called representatives of the people who go and collect the votes telling we are here to serve you. Ultimately they do it. Now what the remedy is, because what is the option? Elections they used to ask me, in public meetings also they used to ask me. Earlier I said don't take money. Now there was a Lions district conference in a place called Salem. The youngsters, they collected 300 pairs of eyes donation. So to honor them I went, and suddenly they asked me, it's a big crowd, what do we do? There's so much money being given for the election. I said, take the money from both the parties. Earlier I used to say don't take money. I said take the money from both the parties, because it's only part of the money looted from you is coming back to you. Nobody is spending the money from their pocket. It's only part of the money. You are entitled to take the money back, but vote to the right person, vote according to your conscience. Openly say that. Because it has come, the corruption in the election has become so. I asked the election commissioners, they say there is one thing we are not able to do anything about it. The system that starts, corruption starts there, and then the postings of officers, you know very well what that is happening. It's a matter of shame. So we have, what do we do? What is the remedy for that now? Only short listing. We should have, we always say that the right people should be elected. I don't know when it's going to happen, because every party is putting up candidates now who can spend money. Who can spend money means it's like putting one seed and harvesting 100 seeds, So whoever has the money will plant it, and then they will want to get it back 100 times more, unfortunately. So maybe like what Mr. Krishna's party, more professionals coming up, committed people like NGOs, Lok Sabha is there. I used to tell Jayaprakash Narayan, as an NGO, yes, you are powerful, but when you enter election, you will be nothing, because where you stand, only he gets elected there. People know, but people are still not convinced. Honest people also can get elected. They think they make no difference. No, even one or two people can make a difference. Now, meanwhile, the people's movement have become, now, after 2611 Bombay, very well, so many incidents took place in the country, terrorist country. Why after 2611 there is so much of uprising? And the government has woken up and doing so many things, because the people are demanding now. The common man is demanding. They were shocked. They never expected, the political class never expected the people will rise in revolt like this now. So whatever has happened is because people have shown their powers. You can't take citizens for granted. People in every party, but they get sidelined. They are not important, because they don't raise funds. They don't believe in it, or they don't have capacity to raise whatever it is. But meanwhile, what you can do is ask for an independent monitoring system external to the government. Should not be part of the government. It should be non-biased, non-partisan. There should be regular performance review of every project. What is the performance review? Evaluation measures, accountability. And then, both for ensuring delivery system, which means mainly removing the corruption and incompetent people, there should be transparency in the system. I always told Mr. Vittal, the Chief Vigilance Commissioner earlier, I said, yes, you have created awareness about the menace of corruption. Not that people are not aware of it, people particularly in the lower ranks of the society. Upper levels, they all comprise, okay, we will pay money, we get things done. It's a bribe taker. Unless there's a bribe giver, there's no bribe taker also. But what about the vast majority of people who cannot afford it? So they suffer. I said, but unless we ensure transparency in the decision-making process, why should there be? It's between me and my government. If I make an application for something which I am entitled to, I must know what is the status of my file. It should be a transparent system. It should be put on even the website, what is happening. There should be a time limit. Say, depending upon the complexity of the matter, you say within 2 weeks or 3 weeks or within 2 months, or within 60 days a decision is not given, it should be taken as granted. If it is denied, there must be reasons must be given to them. It should be open to the public, everybody. This is possible. Now, after the RTI, I always say the Right to Information Act is the most revolutionary legislation in independent India. Before Mr. Bajaj Habibullah took over, I called him. The Foundation for Good Governance, that's my own, not funded by anybody, my own. Here a monthly talk, inviting people, Chief Agents Commissioner, we had a Chief Election Commissioner, and people can ask questions to them. Before he took over, I asked him to come. I said, this is a wonderful legislation. I compliment the government for that. It brings it to know the people, Parliament also for their own reasons, that some members of the Parliament raise it. So transparency in the government is the most important thing for good governance, for good delivery, and an important way of stopping corruption. People pay money to know what is the status of my file. Depending upon, suppose if the deal is worth thousands of crores, they pay, few lakhs of rupees or something to know where is the status. Another thing is speed, as I mentioned to you. People hold back the file, table to table they have to pay money to move the file. So the speed and transparency be ensured, your delivery system will improve, good governance, the scope for corruption will be reduced, and also there should be discretionary power should be curtailed. And there is no need for a file to go to 10 tables. Only few people. People should take responsibility. Why do they move the file to so many people? Nobody wants to take responsibility. They want to diffuse it. So people, if they are given authority, they should have conditions. Taking authority must be there. So like that, we can go on discussing. You must allow me to go, say, at 12 o'clock. It's going to be another 10-15 minutes because I have to catch a flight to go outside. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Can we put up a question to Mr. Karthik?
Sure.
Okay. So being in the highest level of bureaucracy or the executive, now,
we know corruption is very rampant in there. But how do you justify the IPS officer, the IAS officer come out at the first level so clean? And does the system make them corrupt? Or because I know specific cases, I know the case of
tendency to be corrupt, and certain public figures who want to be corrupt, they will select only those people and put them in key positions so that then their partnership can continue. See, it is there. One is lack of accountability, because how many public figures have been ostracized, either by the party or the government or the public? Corruption has been made a non-issue by the political parties today. Show me a party which has condemned one personality. Or how many bureaucrats have been punished also, you can ask me the question. Yes, I myself telling you, no, you can't do anything about corruption, we have to. Yes. That is why the people should be alert, the citizens should be alert, I agree with you. Demand corruption, demand action. Boycott the public meetings of people who are coming. Corruption, people, you see, whether the officers or judges or politicians have come from the same society. Ultimately, if you are going to tolerate corrupt people, there will be more corrupt people, and the society is tolerating corrupt people. It has been made a non-issue by political parties. You see, every election, figures may be available. All parties are putting up candidates who have got criminal cases against them. Some parties may put more candidates, some less. Even charged with dacoity, murder and things like that. That shows, they take the people for granted. People who can, either on caste basis or religious basis or money power, they think they will win, so they give them the ticket. No, it's a very bad situation, it's a matter of shame. That is one of the reasons why extremism is growing. I've told on the television, I'm telling you. While you are fighting the symptoms of extremism by killing or arresting the extremists, Naxalites, whatever it is, like I have a high fever, I take some crocin or antibiotics, but I also go for the blood test. Blood test will show me what is the reason. But we have been only dealing with the symptoms, that too half-heartedly.